Minute. Give me a second. Let me share my screen. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing about workflow part, right? We design a workflow and correct, and we save that workflow,
Yes.
right? So okay, let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So I told you we'll discuss a couple of type that we discussed yesterday. This DM process, DM workflow, and all, right? So I showed you that because it is a talk of yesterday. We created a two. I mean, these two workflows. We created document review process, right? And we dumped it, right? Let's say in case we have to execute this workflow. So how to execute a workflow? Go to the my cabinet. In the cabinet, let's say we have this finance doc and document. We uploaded a document this, right? And we have to initiate a workflow on this document. So just select that document, go to the tools. There is a workflow, right? Is a workflow. Click on start attachment, right? And now search your workflow. I mean, these all are the processes,
Okay.
right? Process template that we have created.
Okay.
Document the process template what we have created. It is a document review process, right? Correct.
Yes.
Click on OK.
When?
Right. Sorry, come again.
No, no, nothing.
Provide the name of your workflow. Let's say uh, document review process, and let's put date 17 Feb 21. Correct. Click next and click finish.
Okay.
So now the workflow has been started.
Okay.
How to check now? How to check what we did? I'm saying that workflow has been started means, I mean, the instance, I mean, the runtime instance has been created for the particular workflow. So select star from DM underscore workflow where are
All right.
greater than today. Means just we are trying to see how many workflows are running. I mean, that has been started today. in today's date. See this document review process 1721 Feb 21. This workflow has been started, correct?
mm,
Or there is another way to see this. If you go to the uh, go to the tools, go to the workflow. Here's the option my workflow reporting. Click on this edit workflow report. Click on the document finance docs document. I think this training document on which the workflow is started. Click select the document and click OK. See this workflow has been started, right? Document process fab. Just double click on. See the activity is pending on what coordinator, right?
mm.
Is there any user in the coordinator role? I'm not sure whether there is a user. Let's say user, sorry, group. Oh, there is no user, so let's add member. We have created test 1, test 2, right? This user test. Let's say test 1, we add the coordinator, and next is the HR review, HR admin, approver. Are you getting my point? What I'm doing?
Yes, means workflow, the number of users not there, so we are just adding that users.
Yeah, HR review and HR admin. Correct. And is there any other approver? So approver is having user, and now I mean we have applied one logic here. I think title is equal to HR, right? So I have to update title. The value of title, go to the type. Correct. So now it is saying that it is pending with uh, uh, for coordinator, because workflow has been earlier started. I mean later on, so we need to check. I mean, see what we have this workflow has been initiated, correct? Now let's say this workflow has been initiated. Business says that I have started a workflow on a particular document,
Yes.
and you do not have access of DA.
Okay.
Then how to check? I mean, basically you will check through DQL, but what DQL? So in case if he says that he has, I mean, executed a workflow yesterday, today, or like this, so you can put a date and check how many workflows created a particular date.
Okay.
Which query it would be? It would have a this query dm underscore workflow like this. Let's say he doesn't know. I mean, let's say, I mean, he says that I have started a workflow on this document, right? Then what would be the query? So you have a document name, right? Or you have this, let's say document is there, where document is there in finance docs. So this is the document, right? This was the document. Let's say this, I mean, you have a document, I mean, this training document, right? And you have our object ID of document. In that case, how would you check which type, I mean, how to check the document, or the running workflow on that document? So what is that attribute, or what is the object type that holds that information of attribute? Attachment, I mean, on which the document, you are running, the workflow is running, which type is hold this value?
Uh, Document.
DMI underscore package,
Yeah, sorry.
right? Where are component ID? I mean, I told you, you should have gone through this,
Component ID.
right? A component is a that particular attribute that holds that R object ID information of that document, right? You know what is the, why should I written this any here?
No idea.
That we have discussed in DQL PPT. See, if I execute without any, just read it, because our component ID is a repeating value attribute, and in case if we are supplying attribute with the where clause, then I should write any keyword, search it one by one, right? This, correct? This is the R object ID of workflow. Sorry, this is the R object ID of uh, R underscore object ID, comma R workflow ID. So here we can get our workflow ID. See, this is a workflow ID D01. Let's see D01. And if you write execute above query, it also give you same D01. Are you getting my point? So both query, I mean, you can get the workflow information from the package as well. So means by this query, second query, you can get the workflow information with the document number. If you have a document or object ID, then you can easily find out the workflow ID or object ID of workflow.
Okay.
Correct? Now you have a workflow ID. Now you need to know that on which this document is pending with. So for that, I told you that, I mean, pending with means a task is pending with. So
Active.
task, there is a DMI work item uh, that stores the task information. So let's select from DMI
Package.
work item where our object id. See how we can make in one query. So if I know this, comma, my work item where object id or workflow id in C, right? I'm just trying to make this query little complex. Oh, sorry. Right, if I dump it, see, we have a who is the performer coordinator, right? Queue item is this. If I just make this queue dump, task name is coordinator, right? See, like this. Or we have this item ID, router ID. Select a star from DMI queue item where router ID is. Now let's log in with test. Coordinator is with test one. See, if you see this task, subject coordinator, DM admin, dormant, right? If I mean, because we have logged in with test one is a coordinator, right? I mean, he is in a coordinator group, right?
Yes.
So he got this task. Let's see, this training document is there, right? And if he accept this task, now task is active again. See, again, if I execute this query, let's see, I mean, DMIQ item, this work item. See, where is this? See, this coordinator has been accepted. So here you can get to know that which user has acquired the task. See, task state is acquired and he has accepted the task. And if you look at here, task status is acquired. I mean, user just acquired. I told you dormant and acquired. I mean, read unread.
Garment means it is still under not released. It is under the progress. Means it's under block state.
I mean, user has not seen the task. I mean, it is kind of
Not completed task.
right. I mean, acquired means he has accepted the task.
Task.
Not completed doesn't mean the completed. If he complete the task will move out from his inbox.
Yes, yes.
Right. Now, let's say the user finish the task and click OK. And let's again query on this. I mean, we have a DMI work item. See, following three DMI work item has been generated. So let me write like this: R object ID, comma, or activity sequence number, or or task status. Give me a second. Activity sequence, a performer name, and state. With the state. See, I mean, task test one, DM admin. I mean, right now the task is pending with HR reviewer. Right, we have written a logic. If the task has a, if you double click on it and see this, if task has the HR, I mean document is for HR, then it should go to the HR reviewer, right?
Yeah.
So now the task is pending with HR reviewer. Even we can see it through DA how to see the go to the tools, workflow reporting, right? I mean, one way to how to see the query. This is the queries, how to see the queries, right? These all are the queries. This DMI work item. It just tell you the further status of the workflow. Otherwise, you can check over here as well by just selecting this, right? Document this. If I just click OK and OK, this is the, just double click on it. See where, I mean, what activity has been completed. These two activity has been completed and HR review is pending, right? So if any user asks you that what is the progress of the workflow, you can tell that right now task is completed by coordinator and right now is pending with HR reviewer.
Okay.
Correct. I mean, how to see this thing. That's what I'm trying to explain you.
Okay.
I mean, this is the throw DA and how to throw the query just from DMI work item. Just query on DMI work item like this, right? HR. Now, again, I mean, to whom it is pending with, it's HR reviewer. Same way, we have a DMI queue item. And if you query on DMI queue item, this, so again, it's pending with HR reviewer. And Now, I mean, because we have taken a single user from group, so the person, I mean, anyone, because group has group can have any number of users, right? If any user who accept the task, her name will start displaying.
Correct.
So let's see that who is a part of HR. uh, HR reviewer, test 2, right? So let's log in with the test 2. Let me log out, log in with test 2. 1. Correct. We log in, click on inbox. See, the task is here and say dormant again. I mean, how the user will come, log in into the application, click on his inbox. He will see the task here. He has to double click on this, and whatsoever activity, I mean, he can click on this document, can read the document, and if he has any comments, I mean, he has to accept it, right? If right, for example, if has a comment, these all comments, click OK. Right, if we finish, click OK. Right, let's see through query. I'm just querying on DMI work item. See, right, this DMI again, let me execute this, and it's pending with approver. See, executed, I mean, it has been passed with test 1, DM admin, test 2, DM. Now it's pending with approver.
What is
Activities,
runtime status?
sorry.
Runtime state.
Runtime state tells you whether is dormant, acquired, or completed.
Okay. They are also indicative of numbers.
Right, I mean,
Indicative of numbers only we can identify that.
right. I mean, if again, I mean, that's what I was just suggesting you. I mean, if you go open that document, that PDF document I shared with you, control F R underscore runtime state, and just try to see in DMI work item. So there is a certain, I mean, the what is the value this value indicates? It is there. I mean, 0, that is a task is went for approver. I mean, it has been pending with the particular approver. Once he acquired, let's see, let I mean, the user has to acquire. See, it's a pending with approver. So let's try that. Who is approver? User group approver. Test 1, right? No, test 1 is approver. Let's say login with the test 1. Log out, log in with test 1 and 1. Now go to the inbox. I mean, this is the task for approval, right? 17. Just double click on accept it. And now let's query on this. See, it become 1, right?
Yes.
Got it? 0, 1, and if it is 2 means completed.
Okay.
Now, see, if you look at my workflow, we have added a reject as well,
Okay.
right? So if you try to see that, now it start displaying reject option as well,
Okay.
correct?
Mhm.
Because our workflow is designed like that.
Mhm.
Click on reject, right? We have rejected, correct? So let's see what has happened with this workflow. Mm, Click on this. See, we have rejected, right? This test one has rejected this item. So it has been completed by this activity. So as per the design, if approver rejected, it again should back to the coordinator, right? See, task is again back to the coordinator. Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm listening.
See, and if you let's see in the DA workflow reporting. I hope you are trying to understand. I mean, you are getting these all things, right? The way I'm just explaining. I mean, if you have any query, just let me know. Document. Double click on it. See, here you can say, see what action he has selected, reject,
Mhm.
correct? And now again it moved to the
Problem.
coordinator, then admin, then like this. I mean, these all are the future activity. The workflow re-execute again, re-execute on those activities.
Right. It is like again completely start.
Right, completely will go through this again. If it rejected up again, it will move like that.
Sequence of
Yeah. So how to debug the workflow? This is the way of debugging. Debugging means how to check whether which task it has gone to whom, and what is the current status. So these all these object types plays a great role. I mean, play a role, a specified role to, yes, I mean, how the workflow gets processed. So you should able to understand that which type is used for what purpose, correct? So I think I'm just giving you the following queries. Whatsoever queries you have given me, try to see these terms in those queries, and then try to understand what those queries do. Are you getting my point? You forwarded me some queries, right? Try to see these where DM process is written there. What is the DM? Now you able to understand those queries, correct? You just copy this all. Are you getting my point, Krishna? I mean, do you have any query, any concern, any I mean, gap or anything? I mean, try to go through that. Yep. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, this session was just for this demonstration of this workflow. If you are okay, I mean, further you can check these queries with those queries. I mean, what you shared. If you have any kind of understanding or you want that, you can just revert to me. We will discuss, and then we will start to. I mean, we want to start life cycle.
Okay.
I mean, anything, because I don't want to get you confused with the life cycle and all, because both are a different concept, but somehow they relate, I mean, they look similar.
Correct.
Okay. Uh,
Okay.
okay, fine.
Okay.
So just try to, I mean, utilize tomorrow's time. Try to go through this workflow, because these queries are very. I mean, these query will, or these type will play an important role in your day-to-day work. I mean, mostly you have to use this because people use workflows in Documentum, and every time they will ask you the status. They will ask you to whom the task is pending, when it got pending, since how long it is pending, like this. I mean, right? Or sometimes you have to verify, validate it. I mean, it is going like that. I mean, for example, user says that the task again came to coordinator,
Okay.
right? I mean, so you tell him, because you have to validate that. I mean, initially you will check the report, and then you validate that it is going as per the process, because the approver has rejected this task. Therefore you are receiving this task again, or like this. Because if has a more number of tasks, it might be possible that the user not aware which workflow got rejected, or like what all are the comment they have received. If it is not mentioned, I mean, the, if they are not receiving as over the email or like this, so you can provide them by checking over here. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, thank you then. uh, so i I would wait for your queries. Otherwise, then we will start life cycle tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Correct. So life cycle was a little bit I mean, same, but it is easier than this.
Okay.
I mean, very much easier. Generally, we do not use life cycle. I mean, j- if I say do not use, it doesn't mean we never use. I
Okay.
mean, it's a, I mean, technical perspective. Life cycle is a mostly a technical and is passive. I mean, automatically it works with the Documentum. But workflow is a active. I mean, users have to play a role. I mean, they have to log in, they have to reject or approve a task or like this. So therefore, we call it active. And the document, I mean, we call it lifecycle passive, because it automatically executes on the document. We have no control on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Bye.